Thanks, Eddie, and I'm not going to get into making speeches. Well, I guess most of you have probably been here before, but not everybody, so. Yeah, I can use glass water. So I guess it was on the night, the night as far as that goes, it was a clear night, probably a little cooler back then. And we were coming up to lowest Shag Harbour here, somewhere around the big fish building, what it was then. We noticed lights, well, to the north of us here, and they seemed to be driving along, like going along with the car. And there would be one on, then two, then three, then four, then they would all go out for a second, then that would repeat itself. And it seemed to be coming along with us, and we got to where the school is now. It seemed like it tipped on a 45-degree angle, started coming into the sky, and we was down below the hill, down by the moss plant. And then we was coming up the hill, it was going down, excuse me, and when we made the top of the hill, I noticed the light in the water, and we went up. As far as the Scant store, I guess it'd be crossing everybody, wasn't it, Sterling? That's where the phone booth was in. And we called the Mounties and reported plane crash. First thing the Mountie asked us what we'd been drinking. I said nothing, he more or less didn't believe me, so I went to get back in the car and the phone rang again. And it was him, and he wanted to know where we could meet him, where we see it in the water. I told him, and we come back down there by the boss plant. The light was still there, drifting down with the tide when we got there. We were probably there 5 to 10 minutes before the Mounties arrived. 3 of them, I believe, in 2 different cars. I'm not sure, or Becky was one, Rob Pont was the other. I guess in the meantime, he'd also seen it crash, and he called it in, and that's why the police, I guess, believed us. So. Then we watched the light drift down by, so we walked to the top of the hill as it drifted down, and it just disappeared like that. It didn't go underwater, and it didn't seem to fade, it just went all at once. And the light looked like, if you take a globe and cut it out in two, make it clear glass, that's the bit the size it looked like. And there's a yellowish, wasn't a bright light, just a yellowish, whitish light, I guess. That's what I remember. Any other questions?
How has it affected your life? Since then, how has it affected your life?
They educate me having you fellows here tonight.
Yeah, you actually was floating on the water?
Yes, we watched it, yes, for, we must have 40 minutes, half hour to 40 minutes, I would say. Because like I say, it was after dark, when we see it, it was up in the pass somewhere. And when I got back down to the moss plant, it was still above the range of the moss plant. And the Mountie see it there, and we, as it drafted down by, then we walked to the top of the hill, and it got down past us a ways, and it just went out. Yeah, probably 40 minutes, we probably in the water from the time it first landed till the light went out.
Did it crash in the water?
Don't know. He was inside.
Oh, you didn't see it.
We was at the bottom of the hill, but the minute we meet the top of the hill, the light was in the water.
Were you interviewed by the RCMP later in the weekend when they came with divers and stuff?
Yeah, 2 or 3 times. Or the next day, I was out on the Coast Guard boat, 101 that night.
Oh, so you went out on the
Yeah, they had Coast Guard boat and 2 local boats. Five Sands, no, Hornsmiths, and I forget who the other one was now. There were 2 local boats from Shag Harbour went out too.
I had been told by somebody that the divers brought up bags.
Yeah, well, they went over on the government boat and then they hired Brass Sand from Shag Harbour. And they were supposed to be here for a week, and they was here 3 or 4 days, and they brought something in a bag, to my knowledge, to his private wharf, and they went and never come back. There was also a Navy boat come here and laid between Bomb Portage and Seal Island. So the first that fog night, about 2 weeks later, then that disappeared. All the top brass from the Pentagon was to the Air Force Base the next morning in Barrington.
Oh, really?
Yeah. My father's brother was one of the sergeants there at the time. He knew about that, and he asked the commanding officer what they see, and he said, "You ask me no questions, I'll tell you no lies."
Huh.
How many people seen you here in that night?
Oh, there's 3 of us in the car. There was 4 of us in the car. Then they had more reports from other people who did report it. And then the memory see it go down, plus there was 3 memories that see it in the water. And plus there was some other local people come there and see it in the water too. I mean, I can't remember now who it was.
21.2.
Anyhow.
Dickie, was there a connection with Shelburne Harbour? Because I heard that they had the harbour closed off in Shelburne after this incident and divers in there.
Don't let you know more about that than what I do.
Right, all that.
Just some of the stuff they've put together, I guess, links into them, I guess, or their research shows that, I guess.
The foam that was on the water, did you experience that?
I see it, but I never, it was the other boats that tried to gas it up and put a dip net and stuff in it, but yeah, I do remember steaming through it, but it was a different type of foam that comes from our boats. Looks like air coming or something, you know, big bubbles, that's what I took it.
How wide would it have been?
Oh, bigger than this building. There's quite a patch, like if we steamed through it for a wave and went back and forth through it 2 or 3 times, so. Yes.
How did the officials relate to you? Did they believe you? Did they tell you to keep quiet or anything like that?
No, they never said much. Anyhow, when the memories finally decided to tell us something, all the memories did is they've identified it as a UFO.
Good.
That's what their words were. And like I say, there was 3 memories to come down and watch it that night in the water too. So, and one of them also see it coming out of the air. I'm not sure where he was driving at, but he did call it in.
Did the cop last very long after he said that?
Pardon?
Did that cop last very long after he told him? You see the UFO?
Yeah, he started to direct his term, I guess. But
Sometimes they get fired.
no,
Some cops did. One month, yeah.
he probably reported out. I don't know what he reported it at, so. Anything else?
Did you say that it kept going once it was in the water, that it kept going?
Drifted, well, from where I see it, when we made it to the top of the hill, they must have far, or we can't tell how far it's up the pass. So I'd say it drifted down the harbour, what, half a mile to 3/4 of a mile sterling? It'd be above the range of Cloybe's, where, not Cloybe's, Dane Beach it is. It'd been above the range of that somewhere when it was after dark, and there was no way to really tell distance, and it drifted down past where the wasp plant was.
But you couldn't tell if it was drifting or moving.
I was drifting with the tide, no faster it was going, that's what I would say.
Drifting with the tide.
Yeah.
Before it took the dive, how high off the water would it have been?
Well, it was coming up land, it was coming up behind there.
Yeah, right.
How high, no idea. After dark, depending on how far, well, it couldn't have been too far to the western of us, because it wouldn't have landed there, so it couldn't have been that high.
Yeah, true.
Couldn't have been that high, this coast you've been looking up here, and we was looking at it like this. And looking at it like that, for anything that had to be high, it had been miles away. So it probably wasn't flying that high.
Was there any sound associated?
Oh, we never heard nothing, we was in the car, no.
Could you estimate the speed it was going from where you see it?
It seemed to be traveling the same speed as us, but was it going along with us, or was it coming from the north more and coming this way, coming out of it?
You were going north?
We was going up to the road there, and it looked like it was coming along with us. But it could have been going faster, because it could have been coming from the northeast, right? Instead of going this way, it was made our speed, if it was coming on a different angle, it could be traveling faster than what it...
And especially at an angle, so you couldn't really determine speed?
Now, probably traveling faster than what we were driving. We probably were driving 50 back then, at miles an hour.
You thought it was an airplane?
Yeah. The thing is, it didn't have green and red lights like the planes do today, or did they? And the lights were the long, figure 4 of them would, like one come on, 2, 3, 4. They'd all be on for a second, then they'd all go out and then it'd start over again.
Why wasn't there a final report? Like, weren't you given an explanation by the RCMP or the government?
Yeah, UFO.
How about a crash report? I mean, it's more than just it was a UFO.
That's all they told anybody. Don't let you can answer them questions for you better than I can. You've done the research and find them answers.
It's just big holes, big blank spots. Like,
Said, ask him. They never told me nothing, so I didn't answer you.
I mean, we tell me
That's
else.
all you do. Anything else, anybody? That's about the story.
Well, when you seen the UFO, did you hear any sound?
No, we was driving in the car. We never heard nothing.
How close did you think of to your vehicle when you saw it?
I really don't know. It wasn't that far away. I mean,
Did it have any effect on your vehicle?
no.
No. Seems like they're...
They weren't computerized back then either.
What kind of car were you driving?
I think it was a 56 Pontiac. Green and white.
Good car.
You still have it?
No, I wish I did.
You were driving the car, Dickie?
Yeah, it wasn't my car, but I was driving it. Oh, any questions? I'll answer back. I gotta get up and coffee.